What's the name?
Joe, yeah.
Thank you. Laverne, yep. Like I said, I am the father of the bride. I'm also known as Daddy-O, Pops, Father, Old Man, Fat Man, Creeper, that's one Tricia gave me. And God only knows what else they told me. 16 pages, it's going to be a while. But today, I'm going to be known as Daddy. Okay. Those of you who know this beautiful girl, Tricia, and of which I hope it's all of you, know of her desire to be all that she can be and to live life to the max. Tricia and her brother Philip have brought us so much love and joy to our family, and we love them very, very much. Valerie and I are very proud of both of our children. Moving on, enough of this emotional crap. Getting down to the nitty-gritty. I think they call that the dirt. Let me start by telling you a story about Tricia that happened about 20 years ago. Oh, I should say that Tricia loves the water. I think when she was born, we brought her home in an aquarium. She really loves swimming. She loves everything about water. So anyhow, I had just come home from work, long day. I walked in the house. Philip greeted me. He was probably about this high. Gave me his usual hug and said how much he loved me and everything. Valerie was in the kitchen. She was chopping up vegetables for dinner or whatever it was we were having. And foolishly, I asked, "Where's Tricia?" Valerie said, "Oh, she's out in the pool." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I started to walk out to the pool to get her out. Valerie said, "No, leave her there." I said, "Okay, leave her there." Thinking to myself, what's going on here? I realized there must have been something wrong. Okay. So Valerie proceeded to tell me that Tricia wanted to get out of the pool. So I said, "Well, let's get her out of the pool." Her reply was, "No, I'm not getting her out of the pool." Okay, well, I'll get her out. Once again, no. Thinking to myself, perhaps I should just grab poor little Philip and maybe we'll just go back to work because this sounded like a mother and daughter moment. Just about that time, I heard a scream from the backyard. "Get me out of the pool, now!" I said to Valerie, "I think Tricia wants to get out of the pool." Valerie replied, "Yep. So let's get her out of the pool." "Nope. She can get herself out." One more time I heard, "Get me out of the pool." Finally, figuring out what's going on here, I backed off. This is when it really started to get funny. After about 10 minutes of yelling and screaming, the patio door flew open, and there stood Tricia in the den, dripping wet, yelling, "Get me out of the pool, now!" And then ran back outside and got in the pool. I can't remember how it actually ended or who won, but I think it was a pool man the next day that actually got it. Tricia participated in many sports. It started with gymboree, horseback riding. Gymboree? No? Well, it started there. Remember, she used to beat up kids there. Horseback riding. She was the only kid that could actually fall asleep on the back of a horse.
Because I'm so bad.
She moved on to softball, basketball, golf in high school, I think with Stephanie, track and field, and a few other sports I'll get to a little bit later, but you may or may not know of her real accomplishments in life. She left home at 18 years old. She was determined to get her bachelor's degree, which she did in 4 years. And then just when I thought I was back on the road to financial recovery, that wasn't quite good enough. She needed a master's degree, which she did in a record time, a year and a half. and supporting a very high GPA. From what I understand, I just learned this the other day, but she's working on her second master's degree, correct? Math, so it's your second master's, right? Okay, anyhow, so I just learned that. I am the father, of course. So she's hoping, I think what she does right now is she is a professional behavioral coach therapist working in the schools. Yes? Okay. I had to Google her. Her goal is to work as a, let me spell it, I can't pronounce it, LMFT. So I Googled what LMFT was. I don't know what it is, but it came up licensed marriage family therapist. Right? Okay. Also a LPCC, which I know as Las Posas Country Club. Again, I was wrong. It's a licensed professional clinical counselor. I know that Tricia's working very hard, very long hours. She's making a big difference in the lives of the underprivileged or neglected children. She loves it. Why, I don't know, but she does. She has lots and lots of accomplishments, and I'm sure there's a lot more in her future. So now let me talk about her determination. She was determined to get an education in record time, which she did. She was determined to have a nice, sporty car, which she has. She was determined that she was going to find a nice, young, caring, handsome young man named Joel. Who knew? She did. And determined to marry him, which she did that today. Okay, hang on. I'm almost finished. Okay, we're on page 9. 6 more minutes. Okay, hang in there. I'm almost finished. I just need a few more moments. So let's get back to a few years and talk about her determination as a professional snowboarder. The first time out, I believe we were in Big Bear. After about 10 minutes, she fell down. I think she either broke or sprained her wrist. We ended up in the first aid shack getting fitted for a splint. Then I believe the following year, same mountain, same results. Ended up at Lake Arrowhead Hospital for x-rays.
I went there.
So we laid off snowboarding for a few years, until we decided to go to Park City for a ski trip. She brought her good friend Ariana, who's here somewhere, and they were determined to go snowboarding. Knowing this was not going to end well, being the responsible parent that I am, the only way I would allow them to go snowboarding was if they took lessons first. Reluctantly, they agreed. Not really sure they actually wanted to snowboard or show off all the fancy new snowboarding clothes that they had purchased. They certainly look like professional snowboarders. After purchasing all the necessary lift tickets and lessons, we walked them over to their supervised snowboarding lesson, where the plan was the two girls would be in a lesson with an instructor for about 3 hours. Valerie and I, Philip, and our friends Mike, April, Mark, and Savannah, back there, would go in a different direction for a day of skiing. Philip, being the smarter of my two kids, realized early on, Philip realized early on that skiing was a lot more fun. You can go as fast as a snowboarder goes, maybe faster. Your ass didn't get wet all the time. Snowboarding lessons sound simple. So after about 2 hours of skiing, and assuming the girls were having a good time in their lesson, Ariana tracked us down like a thirsty bloodhound. My first question was, "Where's Tricia?" In my mind, I pretty much knew the answer. Ariana proceeded to tell me they never actually made it to their lesson. Upon boarding the chairlift to go to the lesson, Tricia was hit in the head by the chairlift. I'm pretty sure she also proceeded to tell me that she was knocked unconscious, was in a coma, on life support, and being medevaced to Salt Lake City Memorial Hospital. My first thought was, medevaced? By helicopter? That can't be cheap. I wish I would have bought the insurance package. Actually, most of that's not true. She was hit in the head by a chairlift. She had to go to the first aid room. No coma, no medevac. Just a 2-day headache, so get used to that, Joel. I believe that was the end of her snowboarding career. Mother and father were very happy. So wait, there's more. Determined, relax. Determined not to be beaten down by the snowboarding events, Tricia decided to start hanging out at the ice skating rink. Again, with a good friend, Stephanie. I think you met Stephanie. They like watching all those tough-looking guys with no front teeth, broken noses, out there playing hockey. And thought that was a sport that they really needed to do. So yep, you guessed it, after spending what seemed like thousands of dollars on skates, hockey gear, sticks, jerseys, pants, pads, helmets, and the accessories needed to look like badass hockey players, she now acquired a passion for the game of hockey. After participating in the sport for a few years, I think her and Stephanie decided it was a lot more fun to watch hockey than to play. Once again, Mom and Dad very happy. Although, I must say, we did get the opportunity to watch the girls play at the Staples Center on the actual ice with skates, and it was quite fun. Yep, it was quite fun. It was like watching a puppy retriever chase a tennis ball in the field.
Yes.
Okay, all right, we're almost done. So now, stashed somewhere in the corner of my garage, there's a gear bag full of smelly old hockey clothes, hockey pucks, skates, skis, sticks, and gear. So after trading in her skates for a pair of riding boots, no, not those cute little ones that girls ride on horses. No, these are dirt bike riding boots, motorcycle riding one, right? So great. I said, friggin' great. Here's a girl that had a hard time riding a bicycle when she's young. Now he's teaching her how to ride a motorized machine. And this time, sucking her little brother in with her on it. So she got Philip to join. My only son, got him in on this adventure. I'm not really sure because I really thought he was the smarter one, but who knew? So once again, thousands of dollars, boots, pants, jerseys, helmets, goggles. She was determined that she was going to find. Oh, I already read that one. Oh. Okay, never mind. Gloves. We're almost done now. So anyhow, she got all the gear and everything, and now I'm sure the day will come when we will see a portrait of her on the cover of Motocross Monthly. And most of this I blame on my son-in-law. I'll get it. Thank you, everybody. Tricia, I love you. You rock.